My name is Leonardo Montano, and today's date is February 24, 2018, and my password is Sunset. And let me tell you about Teleton USA. Teleton USA was first created in October of 2012, and after successfully raising money for 2 years, they actually used that money to open a facility in San Antonio, Texas. But wait, where did this charity first start off at? The idea first originated in Mexico back in 1978 when a famous Mexican TV star known as Don Francisco started a 27-hour fundraiser for children with disabilities. Fernando Landeros got inspired and started to call the media and celebrities in Mexico on December of 1997. The reason he actually called all these celebrities and these famous actors and stuff like that in Mexico was to fund what he was actually trying to start. Once he received the funding for his organization he was trying to start, he actually made a non-profit organization charity known as Teleton. So Teleton actually originated in Mexico, but after extreme success in Mexico, they brought it over to the US. So by doing that, they actually created more opportunities for low-income families all around the world, or they're trying to do all around the world. So they just started in Mexico, now it's in US, so hopefully after the US, it goes out to another country. So now that we know where this nonprofit organization oriented from, what do they do with all the money they actually receive from the donors? The thousands of dollars, all that money, where does it actually go? Well, they raise that money for kids with disabilities. And they do one event a year, and it's for 24 hours to see how much money they actually can raise. They set a goal, and if they reach that goal that year, the next year they try to overpass that goal. So they have artists, famous Mexican singers that actually come out and perform, and they make money and have people donate to that actual event. But what they do with that money is they actually give it back to the charity. That way they can actually build a facility for the kids. So although artists do come out and perform, for me the most meaningful part is the actual stories of the kids. Most of these kids come from low-income families where they can't afford health insurance or pay for physical therapy to actually make their kids stronger. Here's a story that caught my attention and made me get a knot in my throat. This is about a little girl named Maria who was diagnosed with ataxia disorder. This is a rare inherited disorder that affects the nervous system, immune system, and other body parts. Just imagine that. Your nervous system, your body movement, the only thing you can do is just remember what you're doing right now. Her dad then took the initiative to move to the US to find a better treatment for his daughter. By doing this, he found CRIT USA, which is Children's Rehabilitation Institute, Teleton USA. For this reason, Maria and her mom were separated and haven't seen each other in 7 years until recently. Just imagine 7 years without your mom and being raised with your mom. You're just like, hey, I want to do this with my mom, and being a girl, just thinking like, what do you think my mom would do my hair? Or if you're a guy, like, I hope I can go out with my dad and we can go play soccer or throw the ball around and stuff like that. So just imagine being without your mom for 7 years, and especially being in a condition like Maria. You have low body movement, you really don't have money, so your dad takes the initiative to bring you to another country, but then separates you from your mother. For me, that's just like, hey, I'm just leaving, but you have to take in the circumstance that, hey, even though I'm not going to see my daughter for a lot of years, I know that she's actually going to get help. So there's just some sacrifices that you actually have to do in life to become a better person and helping the person you really love in your life. So after finding this rehabilitation institute in the US, the charity actually made it possible for the family to be together until recently. So after 7 years, the mom actually came back and saw Maria, and she saw Maria and she was just like, hey, you know, although we were separated for 7 years, that sacrifice was actually all worth it. Your body movement, your physical condition was better than when you first left 7 years ago. Who could have imagined that she would have made so much progress just because people are donating money to a charity and actually be putting to good use in a rehab place. So unfortunately, there is actually no cure for this disease, but there is therapy that actually helped Maria regain strength and become herself. This is just one of the many stories that CRIT has helped families give their children a second chance. There are many stories out there that will catch your attention. For me, it was just that one of Maria, but there are thousands of stories that have had actually helped other kids be kids again. These are types of charities we should be actually helping raise money for. There are other charities and stuff like that we are aware of, but where does that money actually go to? We never find, like, where does that money go to? We never see anything get built up. With at least this one, Teletón USA, you can go donate and you'll see a facility open if there's enough money raised. So you actually see that money or the equipment that they use in the actual hospital. But what fault do the kids have for not being able to be kids, even though if the parents don't have money? If you're raising a low-income family, it's not your fault. And it's not your fault that you have a disease and your parents don't have money. Doesn't mean they don't love you, it's just they don't have money. And they're going to do anything they can to try to help you out. And that's what this charity is for. For me, every kid should have the opportunity to be a kid. Because you can only be a kid once in your life. And from my experience, that went by too fast like a blur. I encourage those to support these families who are trying to give their children a second chance. Donate what you can afford without breaking your budget. $1 is better than $0. When you go to the store and they tell you, hey, do you want to donate $1 to Teletón? And you think you can donate $1 at least, donate that $1, you know? If I'm not telling you, hey, go ahead and donate $500. Donate what you can, because you have a life as well. But something is better than nothing. So a way you can actually help out online is if you go to teleton.com and you can actually go to donate and you can actually put in your credit card information. You can fill out all that good stuff. So save a kid's life or make them feel like a kid again. You can actually, the sources I found were from www.critusa.org. And then from the ataxia disorder, I got from ghr.nlm.nih.gov/condition/ataxia. And then to actually donate, you can go to //www.critusa.org/donate, and that's how you can actually help support the cause and help build new facilities in the U.S. for those low-income families. Thank you. Hope you guys have a good day.
Suck a dick!